Welcome to this special edition of Solar Slopes. 2025 was a year that solar was tested and reset. Before we talk about the markets, policies, and headlines, I want to start out with why solar slopes exist. The sun touches about everywhere here on the earth. It rises every day without politics, without borders, and without hesitation. And whether we're ready or not, the future runs on sunlight. My mission with Solar Slopes has always been simple: to bring clarity to a complex industry, to elevate long-term thinking over short-term wins, and to help this industry build systems financially, operationally, and ethically that they can trust. That's why years like 2025 matter so much. Let's talk about how 2025 actually began. 2025 didn't start with clarity, it started with pressure. Early in the year, tariffs hit the solar industry, and they hit fast. Pricing models were disrupted almost overnight. Manufacturers and contractors absorbed a significant portion of these increases just to keep projects moving forward. Margins tightened, quotes were networked, but the price increases were unavoidable, and that uncertainty slowed down the momentum for the year. Demand didn't disappear, though. It was what instability did. And this all happened before any major exits. Let's talk about the first shockwave. Shortly after this, Panasonic announced its exit from the solar market. That decision didn't just happen in isolation. Tariffs, margin compression, global supply challenges, and long-term strategic priorities all converge. When a brand like Panasonic steps away, it sends a signal to the entire industry. It marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of a more disciplined phase for solar. Then, after that, came some clarity. Once legislation finally defined what would happen with the federal tax credit with the one big beautiful bill, this set to end the close of 2025. The market then shifted. Homeowners acted, sales accelerated, pipelines filled, and contractors across the country moved from selling to operationalizing at full speed. According to the Solar Energy Industry Association Q3 report, 2025 became one of the largest residential solar installation years on record. Not because it was easy, but because certainty returned. But at the same time, the industry faced a hard financial reality. They saw the bankruptcy of Sonova leaving, billions of dollars owed across contractors and banks, tens of thousands of unfinished systems, and homeowners caught up in the middle. Shortly after, Mosaic, a lender responsible for roughly 1 in 4 loans in America for solar, also exited through bankruptcy. Now, these weren't isolated events. They were warnings about leverage, about the capital market instability, warnings about misaligned incentives, warnings about growth models that prioritize volume over durability. Then, as we moved into Q4, another major shift emerged. Solar panel availability tightened, not because demand slowed, but because demand accelerated. Large lenders and major solar companies secured as much inventory as possible to finish out 2025 and protect pipelines into early 2026. At the same time, FIAC rules, domestic content requirements, and safe harbor deadlines were made where equipment comes from, just as important as how fast it could be delivered, especially for third-party ownership models and commercial projects. Procurement became strategy. This wasn't panic, it was preparation, and it will continue to shape the market in 2026. Now, here's what surprised many people. Despite the volatility, solar sales increased. Homeowners leaned toward ownership. They leaned into cash, loans, and control. They wanted predictability, long-term value, and systems they truly owned. And many of those homeowners took advantage of that opportunity before the 2025 deadline. That shift matters, and it's reshaping the future of this industry. Now, what will we see in 2026? Well, looking ahead, 2026 will reward the strong operators. Contractors will be using more creative but grounded financing tools like escalating loan structures, prepaid PPAs, HELOCs through local credit unions, and select redesigned TPO products like battery only, and solar and battery. At the same time, we're going to see some consolidation in our market. The best run companies will expand regional market share, absorb distressed assets, and grow through bankruptcies, acquisitions, or disciplined organic expansion. This is the separation phase. So as we step into 2026, I'll leave you with this. The sun will keep rising. It will keep touching the rooftops, deserts, cities, and communities everywhere. The future will continue to run on sunlight. The responsibility now is on us to build an industry worthy of that future. To everyone who executed, adapted, and kept customers first through one of the most turbulent years that solar has ever seen, well done. 2025 tested this industry, and 2026 will reveal its leaders. Thanks for building. We'll see you on the next episode of Solar Slopes.